Hey y'all, my name is Angelina from Bayside High School Seekers.
Hi everyone, I'm Stacy Kim from Stuyvesant Seekers.
Hi everybody, I am Tamlin Kim. I am a co-president with FSSA Seekers.
Question 1. During the past year, what have you found to be the greatest challenge as a Christian leader in Seekers? It's definitely been maintaining communication. Personally, I prefer in-person interactions and face-to-face conversation. I'm not that comfortable with texting or calling. But yeah, in the middle of this pandemic, what with quarantining, we've all had to go virtual. And so it's been something that I've been focusing on a lot, making sure to keep communication lines open and reaching out to other people instead of waiting for them to come to me. So yeah, that's been something that I've been working on during this time.
During the past year, one of the greatest challenges being a leader has been just honestly staying motivated, keeping faith, with everything going on. I'm sure for all of us, we can all agree that this has been a pretty rough year. And my spiritual journey has been affected by this because it's been really hard for me to put all my trust in God when we have no control, and it's just really hard to know that everything's gonna be alright when everything around us is crashing down. And one person that has really driven me to keep my light shining in Christ has been my parents. They have been such a great encouragement to me, and they've always reminded me how no matter what's going on, that God is always with us, and that has been such a blessing.
A challenge that I've experienced this year as a Christian leader is trying to make sure that I stay strong in my faith even when personal hardships occur. And typically a lot of people, they look up to you, so you have to make sure that you're strong and you don't have issues going on. But in reality, we're still human and we all have things going on.
For my club, specifically for our club, we had been together for not even 3 months, 2 months. So we met maybe 8 to 10 times, 8 to 10 meetings basically. And we were a fresh club, first year. So I think one challenge was that we didn't get to know each other as much in person. Thankfully, during virtual, we were able to get closer and spend a lot more time together. But that virtual barrier, there was definitely a halt. Not really a halt, but it was just, that was one difficulty. Monica and I, my other co-president, we were trying to figure out okay, we're virtual, but how can we still continue to learn about each other, but also how can we continue to share God's love? So,
what has driven you in maintaining your light shining for Christ? During this time when there's so much death and darkness, and it feels like their presence is just so overwhelming. Knowing that people need so much more encouragement, that they need Christ in their lives, has really driven me to let my light shine, so that they may see God's glory reflected in my life and in their own lives as well. There's been so much illness, death, unemployment, social injustice, political unrest. But over it all, our God is in control and He is sovereign. And knowing that He's almighty and that He's worthy to be praised in every circumstance has really encouraged me to let my light shine so that it reflects God's goodness.
Something that has been keeping my light to shine for Christ has definitely been knowing that He's using me not for evil but for good, and to change the world, to make it a better place. Even if it's one person that I've impacted, it doesn't have to be a whole country, it doesn't have to be the whole world, but even if it's one person that gets to accept Him, that just keeps me moving on.
again, what has been driving me? So just like I said, that hope in Christ, knowing that that is my mission, that is what we have been called to do. So that's what drives me. My love and love for Christ, and yeah.
One memorable moment that has given me clarity and strength to keep my sight on God has been, I remember this one night during quarantine, I was sitting on my bed, it was late at night, I remember feeling so hopeless and so defeated, and I remember just turning on some worship music, and the song that was playing was Peace by Hillsong, this song. So that one lyric was saying how peace is a promise you keep, and how he will stay true even in the chaos, his word remains true, and how there is a peace far beyond all understanding. So I just wanted to encourage y'all that no matter how bad things may seem, how just seek God, come to God, and he'll give you peace.
Actually, I do have this one big one. For our J Day last year, so 2019, no, not 2019, 2020, 2020 virtual J Day. Our group, we were kind of looking for a song to do, like, okay, like we were listing different choices. Theme is love out loud, so do a song talking about God's love? And then that following Sunday during my youth group service, my pastor played Turn Your Eyes Upon Jesus, and is it a hymn? I think it's a hymn. I don't know, but it is a very timely song. I know for, I guess, our youth generation, we're sadly we're not as surrounded by these hymns, but the poetry, not just the poetry, but the message behind these songs, they may seem like they're written like hundreds of years ago, not hundreds of years ago, but like a long time ago. But definitely, it's so true to our time right now. And the message of turning our eyes to Christ. In the chorus, the lyrics goes, "Turn your eyes upon Jesus, and the things of this world will grow strangely dim." And that has been so profound, and it has really, I guess you could say like my motto.
So, meeting our Sty Seekers team for the first time, our team for this year, was such a blessing. I remember sitting in that Zoom call and saying, God, thank you for this team. And seeing other individuals who are ready and willing to serve Christ in the middle of this pandemic was really encouraging and uplifting to see. There was so much uncertainty about how school was going to go, how clubs were going to be run, but knowing that I had this team to rely on, I was so thankful to God, and they still are, and I'm sure will be a great support for me, and I know we're all expecting great things to come.
After all that we've been through this year, a memorable moment that has allowed me to keep my eyes on Christ was hosting our Francis Lewis Seekers first club meeting for the 2020-2021 academic year, and just knowing that I'm going to be back into a routine with other people that are strong in their faith or have the same belief as me just reminded me that when I'm going through hardships or when I'm stronger and someone may be weak, that we can do this together and that I'm not alone.